Want to know my thoughts and a swatch test of this Bite lipstick palette? Keep on watching to find out. Hey guys, Nicole Harlow here, and you're watching Girl Meets Body, where I'm introducing you to your body one episode at a time. If you've been following along with me, you'll know that this year I made a vow to detox my makeup bag. That means getting rid of all of those holy grail but toxic products that I love, probably from brands that you would recognize, because I talk so much about hormones and hormone balance. I couldn't ignore my makeup bag any longer. So I made it a point to go through and toss out the toxic chemicals and add in some new skin, environment, and hormone healthy makeup brands. Now today I'm reviewing this Bite lipstick palette. I got this over Christmas at Sephora of all places, with a gift card, and you'll see it's got a little mirror in there, and then it's got 4 little bite size. I think this is called Amuse Bouche, which is a cute little name for tiny lipsticks. Just so you can see, this is the size of each of the lipsticks. Really cute and mini and perfect to throw in your makeup bag. Now, before we get into the swatching and application, I'm gonna try them on for you guys just so you can see. I just wanted to say that Bite is not actually top of my list when it comes to all natural green beauty brands. I'd say it's about in the middle. They're still using some ingredients and dyes and colors that can be problematic, and particles like titanium dioxide. I found a really great blog that goes into the ingredients that are specifically in this palette over on the Hub of Clean Living blog, so I'll actually link that in the description box below in case you want to read or a little bit more about this brand and the ingredients that they use. So like I said, this brand's not top of the list, but the price was good and it is a brand that I wanted to try out, so I figured with a gift card there was no harm in buying this little Amuse Bouche of bite-sized lipstick. So inside you have a little card that shows all 4 colors. We have honeycomb, sugarcane, rhubarb, and cayenne. I already know what's going to be my favorite just by looking at this. It's probably going to be the cayenne because I love a bright red. I'm a little bit dubious about honeycomb and sugarcane on the ends here because I'm not really crazy about nudes and mauvey kind of nudes. So for the sake of science and for you guys, I'm gonna try it on even if it doesn't look very good on me. So first up we have honeycomb, which you can see is a light, almost mauvey kind of nude. I think this color is pretty, but I know for sure that this is not a color that's gonna suit me. For some reason I can't seem to pull off these, so let's see what it looks like. Actually a little bit darker than I expected, which is good. On my skin, it almost has like a peachy kind of effect going on. A lot less mauve than it looks in the light right here. The consistency is very nice and creamy. It almost has a little bit of a medicinal smell to it. It's kind of unexpected. So this is honeycomb. It's not bad, but I don't love this color myself. I tend to go for more bright, really highly pigmented colors like hot pinks and magentas and red. And you'll see the difference when we get to the darker colors. So this would be nice with more of a neutral, almost peachy and brown kind of monochrome look. So next up we have sugarcane, which is a little bit lighter than the honeycomb that we just saw. As you can see, it's quite pink. Not quite a bubblegum, but heading in the bubblegum direction. It has a little bit of a mauvey undertone to it, and I would say from here in the light, there's a little bit of brown as well. I'm really curious to see how this is actually going to look on my skin because this is a color that I don't usually like. That's kind of the thing with these grab bags, is these aren't colors that I would necessarily pick out myself. So the first thing that I notice is this is quite pink. And it's lighter than my natural lip tone, which is not really a look that I like to go for. It feels almost a little bit too like cheerleader-y. It's not terrible, but it's probably a look that I won't really go for. But it's a nice color, and I think with someone who has a slightly different skin tone than me, this could be really beautiful. I'm surprised by how much I'm liking the texture of this lipstick. I'm usually a hardcore matte lipstick person, whereas this has more of a creamy consistency. But I think I like it because it's not slick at all. I cannot stand those really glossy lip glosses that are like thick and sticky and feel like a slick on your lips. So I usually tend to pick something that's more like a stain or a matte. So no real surprises there on the lighter colors. I didn't really expect to like them too much because they're not really colors that I would pick out for myself, so I'm excited to try the 2 of the darker colors. I imagine I'll probably be giving away 2 of the lighter colors to a friend that they'll suit better than they suit me. Next up we have Rhubarb, which you can see is a darker mauve, not quite at plum yet, but heading in that direction. Almost berry, but it has enough of that mauve and a little undertone of brown that it hasn't quite moved into the berry category just yet. I really like the swatch of this color, so let's see how it looks. Like I said, I'm much more comfortable with a darker shade or a brighter shade, something that's a little bit more pigmented. I think they suit my skin better and I just feel more confident and comfortable in them. So this is a color that I really like. I feel like just seeing the difference of this color on my skin with the color of my brows and the color of my roots, it really pulls everything together. And I find that when I wear a color like this, I really don't have to wear a lot of makeup. I have no foundation on, really just brows, mascara, and a little bit of highlighter here on both sides of my cheekbones, and the lipstick, which kind of combines to have a really put together look. I find that when I wear the lighter colors or I try them out, I always feel like I need to wear much more makeup on my face to kind of counteract the fact that I feel washed out. So top marks for me for this color, this was Rhubarb. Something else positive that I'll say about these lipsticks is that while the colors are pigmented, especially the darker ones, they don't seem to be staining my lips too much, which can also definitely be a problem when you're swatching lipsticks and you're trying them on, that by the end you just look wrecked. I mean, I went from lighter to darker, but still just taking off that Rhubarb, that darker color, and even on my hand, you don't really even see the remnants of it. And I haven't even used makeup remover. I really just used a piece of toilet paper. So last up is the one that I'm the most excited for. It's Cayenne, which is a bright red, almost like a fire engine red. What I like about this is it has a real orange undertone to it. And I love reds. I tend to have a lot more brick reds and blue base reds, and this is actually one of the first orange base reds that I've had. I had a hard time finding one, especially a natural one that's an orange based red. I love how bright and tomato the color is. I can't wait to see what this looks like. So already I can tell that I love this shade. It's kind of a close match for me between the Rhubarb, the darker one that I just tried on, and this one. The color is beautiful and bright and vibrant, and I actually feel uplifted just looking at myself in the mirror with this color on. I think tonally it matches with the shade of my hair, with the darkness of my eyebrows, and I think actually the orange undertone does bring out the blue in my eyes really prettily, which makes sense because orange and blue are complementary colors. I have to say, in terms of confidence and just how well I feel in a color, this Cayenne is definitely the winner for me, with Rhubarb being second. Third, Honeycomb, the more browny one that I tried on first, and lastly is that Sugarcane. I don't think that a bubblegum light pink really suits me very well. I think the rest of the three are pretty nice, with Cayenne definitely easing out ahead as my favorite winner. So I want to hear in the comments below which one is your favorite. And if you haven't already subscribed, click that big red button below, because this is Girl Meets Body, where I'm introducing you to your body one episode at a time, and I don't want you to miss anything. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!